It's your money, and we're working for you to help you get it back. Tax season is officially underway, and Chuck Neely from Neely's Accounting is joining us here on 10 News for some stress-free tax tips, which we always need. It's so stressful,
That's
right?
It is that.
Yeah, thank you so much for partnering
Certainly.
with us for this. So, first of all, talk about why is it so important that taxpayers gather all their tax documents before they start?
Just to make sure they have everything they need. You never know. If you had a job in January for 2 weeks, you may forget about that W-2. You may forget about some interest statements from the banks. You may forget about something that's material in nature that you have to put into the tax return. You must be very aware of what is there, because you don't want to amend your tax return, and certainly you don't want to get a letter from the IRS saying you forgot something.
Nope.
That's not something that most people have an aversion to that.
Sure. We don't want that at all.
Not at all.
And next, we know that there are tax law changes every year. What are some key changes that taxpayers need to be aware of?
This year we have quite a number of new things with the big beautiful bill that came into play on July 4th of 25. There is a number of issues or things. If you're tipped, if you have overtime, if you're over 65, if you buy a new car, if those are some of the things that you have. There's also the SALT taxes increase, SALT being state and local income taxes, that will increase your potential for itemizing. So you may be able to itemize this year where you've not been able to in the past. Those are some of the major things. But of course, with everything, they've also increased the tax rates. They've also increased the thresholds and things such as that.
And I have to admit, I'm guilty of this. If you're missing tax documents and haven't been the best about keeping up with those, where can you find those online?
Basically, you need to go back to your employers for your W-2s. The IRS actually gets copies of everything. So you could go to the IRS and get a transcript of those items. You could also go to your banks, your financial advisors. Those are the major places that you can get just about anything that you need. If you, for instance, are missing a personal property tax document, Roanoke County, Roanoke City can provide those. So there are places to go look at the source where it actually came from.
Wonderful. And, identity theft is always a concern. There are some new measures for that. So explain to us about the secure portals and the IRS IPN PIN number.
The IRS IP PIN is something that the IRS is suggesting most individuals get. In the event of potential fraud or anything such as that, what happens with the IP PIN is every year you'll get a new IP number, IP PIN number from the IRS. It comes in January usually, and it protects you. It protects your family and your tax filing.
Sure. And one simple mistake can delay a return. What are some of those common mistakes you see?
Well, a lot of people try to do or attempt to do their own. They either forget something, they have math errors, they don't use the date of birth that's on, they don't use the name that's on the Social Security card, or they use the wrong Social Security number. They think they remember it from whenever, and sometimes that's not the case. So it's imperative that they know where they're looking and what they're getting. Okay?
Sure. And any final advice for us today?
Be coordinated. Make sure that you have everything that you need. Make sure that you've thought out your process rather than throwing it together in an envelope and showing up, or trying to do it yourself without the proper preparation.
Right.
Think about it, do it, get it done.
It's not fun, but we have to do it.
Yeah, it's one of those things. It's sort of like death and taxes, but
Exactly.
but that's one of those things we have to do.
It
So,
is. Thank you so much for helping us
Thank you.
through this process.
you.
He's going to be helping us all tax season, and we are going to be posting all of his tips and videos online for you at WSLS.com. Thanks so much for being here with us.
Thank you for having me.